Spyware sold by an Israeli private intelligence firm has been used to hack the phones of dozens of Al Jazeera journalists. That's according to Citizen Lab researchers at the University of Toronto. The digital security watchdog says the unprecedented cyber attack is likely to have been ordered by Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Investigators say mobile phones were infiltrated with malicious codes, which uploaded data onto foreign servers. Let's now speak to Tamer Almisshal. He's an Al Jazeera investigative journalist. He's joining us from Doha. Tamer, thanks for your time. So this alleged hack was discovered after you launched an investigation with Citizen Lab. Talk us through what you discovered and what prompted that investigation.
Thank you, Dareen. Yes, we started this investigation last January. It wasn't an easy one. It was very complicated. We put a phone that we are using in our investigation program, tip of the iceberg, on monitoring and tracking in cooperation with the well-known Canadian lab, Citizen Lab. We put this phone after we received threats on this phone from different numbers, unknown numbers, and through even different applications, threatening us to hack our phones after sensitive issues we were investigating in this program. We put this phone and we start to investigate this issue. In July, last July, 19th of July, we received an urgent call from Citizen Lab saying that our phone has been hacked. And in terms of time, the interesting point here, Dareen, that this hacking just came after we published a story in July, an investigation program on the story of the well-known Indian investor and businessman B.R. Shetty, who has escaped from UAE after a scandal there. And we has been hacked through this by this phone. After our phone has been hacked immediately after we published this investigation. And through this phone, we called, in this investigation, we called Emirati official parties and non-official parties from this phone to give them the right of reply on our investigation on B.R. Shetty's story. And the other interesting point in this hacking, Dareen, that it has been hacked by a technique and a spyware, well-known spyware is called Pegasus, and a technique zero-click. Because through the timing of observing and tracking our phone, we didn't click on any suspicious link. But by this technique, you don't need to click on any suspicious link. It managed to hack our phones by a zero-click technique based on the Citizen Lab investigation and researches.
Tamer, you said the allegation is that this could have been ordered by Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. I mean, how was that conclusion reached, and how do you go about discovering that?
This is based on the investigations and the researches and the database and analysis of Citizen Lab, who they discovered first the Pegasus spyware in 2016, and they followed different cases, and they are specialized in this field. And we follow with them with their investigations and database and the comparison with other hacking took place before. And a very important point in this hacking that wasn't just our phone in the program tip of iceberg. We discovered the same technique and the same spyware has been used to hack and spy on the other 36 colleagues in the Al Jazeera network. So it was a campaign and it was a different ways of hacking and different targets and different numbers and phones.
So what is the message you think behind the hacking, and what do you think is the impact on journalists like yourself and the other 36 colleagues at Al Jazeera when they are hacked and when private information is effectively weaponized?
Simply, we are doing our professional work. We are journalists. We are investigating different issues. Is this a reason, a justification to pay the price to be hacked? And the other thing, that the aftermath and the consequences of this hacking is very dangerous. They are controlling your phone. They can access any application. They can control the cameras and they can listen to the meetings, everything. Because we put this phone on tracking and observation, we managed to discover this hacking in its time. and to avoid to any leaking of our informations and our any important informations regarding our work. In other cases, we're investigating. In this investigation, we investigate a case of a journalist based in London. She discovered after at least 8 to 9 months. So for 9 months, they managed to hack and spy on her phones and all the content of her phones. So it's very dangerous. In some cases, we have journalists have been disappeared after being hacked and spy on their phones. We have journalists have been killed, and we have a case of a journalist have been arrested. The consequences is very dangerous, and it's a violation of human rights, and it's a crime against journalism. We were investigating a story that to expose it to the audience,
right? And
in the end, unfortunately, we moved to be a victim.
Okay, Tamer Almisshal, we thank you very much for speaking to us. Thank you.